Hello again, everybody. Welcome to USA Wrestling Weekly. I'm Scott Casper. It is time for this week's news and features from USA Wrestling, the national governing body of our sport. One exciting weekend concluded Sunday as the 2012 Pan American Championships were held at the OTC in Colorado Springs, the Olympic Training Center. The competition was fierce and it featured top wrestlers from North, Central, and South America. When it was all over on their home mats, Team USA led the way with the best performance of any country, picking up 10 gold medals, 18 overall in the 3 Olympic styles. The U.S. men's freestyle team turned in a historic performance. We'll start there. They won 6 gold medals in the 7 weight classes. This is the most Team USA has won since the number of weight classes was changed back in 2002. The U.S. recorded an impressive 19-2 record for the day. Winning 4 bouts to win the gold at 121 pounds was Sam Hazewinkel. In the semifinals, he had a big 3-period win over Cuba's Alfredo Cisnero. Hazewinkel then scored a 2-1-3-0 stoppage of Canada's Jacob Hergenheim in the finals. This performance marked Hazewinkel's first ever Pan Am title, having won silver and bronze in previous tries. Sam was named the Mat.com Wrestler of the Week for his amazing achievement.
It feels great. It's good to be on camera again. I was going to be upset if I didn't make it to another video. It felt good. It was a good day. Felt like I had my energy up. I think I cut weight right. It was good to hit 21 once before the trials, So I was happy with how everything went.
Well, the next U.S. champion was 145-pound star Philip Simpson, who scored a stunning pin of Elvis Fuentes of Venezuela in the first period of his bout. Simpson had 3 wins in the tournament, including 2 pins.
Yeah, I was focused. I had some time to just kind of relax, recover. Yeah, I talked to my dad, gave me some good advice. He's my mentor and coach forever. And I just came out ready to wrestle hard.
We go now to 163 pounds. It was Trent Paulson who scored a clutch 3-period win over Cuba's Yunierko Blanco in the semifinals. It propelled Trent into the championship round. It was there he went on the attack, scoring takedowns in both periods, following with a succession of turns, giving Paulson a 6-0-6-0 tech fall victory over Brazil's Daniel Alvarez. It was his first ever Pan Am title.
I was just looking to get my attacks early. Coach Zeke Jones and Brandon Slay and Bill Zadek have been emphasizing hitting a setup or an attack within the first 5 to 10 seconds. So I'm trying to implement that into my training.
Well, the most challenging victory for Team USA came at 185 pounds. Young Raymond Jordan needed 3 periods to beat Cuba's Luis Miranda, doing so with a score of 0-1, 1-0-1-0. After losing the first period, Jordan rallied and spun behind for a 3rd period takedown to take the gold.
I pride myself on my condition. I know I work hard and to just keep a high pace. I think a couple times throughout the match I didn't keep a high pace that allowed him to stay in the match, but in the 3rd period I could tell the conditioning was really paying off.
Well, the 211-pound dynamo Dustin Kilgore scored a dominant 7-1, 7-1 tech fall over the Argentine Yuri Meyer in the finals. He won 4 bouts, with his closest battle coming in the 2nd round when he needed 3 periods to stop Cuba's talented Javier Cortina. It had been a great Olympic redshirt year so far for Kilgore, the 2011 NCAA champ from Kent State.
Same thing as every match, just go out there with a real hard pace, looking for my shots. I'm always trying to get them open, and it worked well, Everything, there's not really much of a game plan, Every match is the same,
Well, the talented 264-pound Tervel Delegnev won his 2nd career Pan American Championship title last weekend. Delegnev adds this gold medal to the gold he won at 2011 Pan American Games in Mexico. In the finals, Delegnev cruised to a 6-0-7-0 tech fall over Canada's Sonny Dinsa. Delegnev has history with the Canadian, having also beaten him at the 2011 Pan American Games finale.
The performances are what I'm pretty happy with. I mean, obviously the results. Results are nice, but I'm happy with the way I'm wrestling, and I think that even every match I'm getting better.
Handily, the United States won the team title, placing well ahead of runner-up Canada and 3rd place Cuba in the final standings. We talked with national coach Zeke Jones, who was pleased, obviously, with the very dominant performance of his freestyle team.
Well, the effort was good. Our men really just executed when they needed to execute. tactically, strategically, technically, they did all the right things and they got what they deserved.
Well, the United States was also very impressive in the women's freestyle category, totaling 2 champions and 6 total medalists, along with the overall team title. In dramatic fashion, Stephanie Lee won the gold medal at 158 pounds. In the finals, it was Lee who was down 5-0 late in the first period against Cuba's talented 2011 Pan American Games champion, Lizette Echevarria. Digging down deep, Lee launched her opponent to her back and secured an incredible, improbable fall for the victory. Lee finished the night for Team USA as she gathered up her 4th career Pan American Championships gold medal, and they have none shown any more bright than this one.
Yeah, it feels good winning this tournament. It feels good to win any tournament, you know? But, I mean, I got Dave Schultz behind me now this tournament, so Olympic trials is next, and then Olympics, so.
Well, there was another U.S. champion, this one at 121 pounds, the sensational one. Helen Maroulis won her finals by default over Lisette Antes of Ecuador. Maroulis won her first 3 matches in impressive fashion to earn a spot in the finals. It was in October that Maroulis earned another title, that one at the 2011 Pan American Games in Mexico.
I really wanted to wrestle, and I think anytime you can wrestle, for a championship, it's always, 10 times more exciting, and being in the finals, so it just kind of sucks to not have a match.
Well, the U.S. women also boasted 3 silver medal performances. Winning her first match at 112 pounds was 2007 Junior World Champion Whitney Condor. She was edged by 2011 World Bronze medalist Jessica McDonald of Canada. Now, coming up a little short in the finals, Randy Bells, who lost to Canada's Amanda Gerhardt at 130 pounds. It was Gerhardt's 2nd straight Pan American title. Bells is a student at Missouri Valley, by the way, and had a 2-1 record in the 4-athlete round robin. Hailing from the University of the Cumberlands at 147 pounds, Lauren Louise. She lost to Canada's Megan Bidens in the finals. It was the 2nd straight year that Bidens won the event. Alyssa Lampe brought home the 105-pound bronze medal. She recorded a first-period fall over Carolina Castillo of Colombia to earn her spot on the podium. On the strength of 6 medals, the U.S. captured the team title, with Canada finishing 2nd. Colombia checked in 3rd. National women's coach Terry Steiner provided his insight on the U.S. women's performance.
It's always good to have 2 champs, right? And I think the other finalists wrestled hard matches. I mean, they came out, to win those matches and not settle for anything, and I think that's important. We fell short, but it wasn't for a lack of effort.
Well, Greco-Roman Team USA also had an admirable team effort at the Pan American Championships. They won 2 gold medals, 7 total medals, and a 2nd-place team finish. Well, the 2 champions are close friends. The young Americans train each other and push each other to be the best that they can be. Together, they made highlights in the Greco gold medal finals. First, we go to the finals at 63, and it was with time running out when Andrew Bisick scored a turn in the final 30 seconds to earn a dramatic 0-1, 1-0, 2-0 win. That one over Alexi Bella, Cuba. With the win, Bisick, a 2011 World Team member, avenged the loss to the Cuban earlier this month at the always tough Granma Cup in Havana, Cuba. With the victory, Bisick won his first career Pan Am title and handed the Cubans their very first loss of the tournament.
It was slightly different, but I still felt, where he was strong. And there was times I felt endangered, but I was able to change it up and stay solid. So.
We go next to the finals at 185 pounds, and fireworks were expected and the fans got what they wanted. 2009 U.S. World Team member Chaz Betts followed Bisick's performance with style. Betts scored a first-period turn and won the second period when Cuba's 2-time world medalist Pablo Shori was penalized with a caution in parterre. In the end, Betts knocked off Shori 2-0, 2-1. Betts sported a 3-0 record for the tournament and wound up with his very first Pan Am title.
I think finally I'm getting to that point where I can just let it go and say, you know what, this is just another face. It's just another wrestler. It's not, Pablo Shori from Cuba. It's not the world medalist. It's just a guy. And I think I wrestled my best match today in the finals.
Next up, we go to 121 pounds. American Jermaine Hodge went 3-1 in the round-robin competition and won a silver medal. His only loss was to Cuba's junior world silver medalist, Javier Domingo. Dropping matches in the first session, 4 other Americans rally back to win bronze medals in the night session, as they are so wont to do. 2-time World Team member Joe Betterman downed Panama's Moises Soto 1-0, 7-0 in the bronze medal bout at 32. Betterman took control in the second period, piling up points for the tech fall. Young Ben Sanchez needed just 2 periods to stop Ecuador's Vicente Huacan 1-0-2-0 in the bronze medal match at 145 pounds. Now, Sanchez defended in parterre in the first period and scored a gut wrench in the second. 2005 world bronze medalist Justin Ruiz earned a victory at 211 pounds over Canada's Corey Jarvis for the bronze medal. Ruiz now owns 5 gold medals and 7 total medals from either the Pan American Championships or the Pan Am Games. Well, the big man Pete Kowalczyk closed it all out for Team USA when he scored a second-period fall over Chile's Andre Ayoub in the bronze medal bout. Cuba's 4-time world champion and 2008 Olympic gold medalist Mian Lopez won the title at 264 pounds with another dominant performance, defeating all of his opponents handily. Lopez had won the Pan American Championships 8 times and also boasts 3 Pan American Games titles. Cuba won the Greco team title with 5 champions. The U.S. took second. Well, the good news for the United States is that its Greco team medaled in all 7 weight classes. All in all, it was a very impressive night for Team USA. We talked with National Greco-Roman coach Steve Frazier about his athletes.
I was happy with the way Betts and Bissick wrestled. They had to dig deep to beat these Cubans, and they did just what they needed to do. It was outstanding.
There comes a point in your life that determines who you are, whether you will lead or follow, whether you will fight or give in, whether you will win or lose, and what you will count as your victory.
Each season, Liberty Mutual's Responsible Sports Community Grant Program awards $65,000 to youth sports organizations and school sports programs that demonstrate their commitment to responsibility in youth sports. Your organization could be one of our 20 winners this season. It's easy. Simply visit responsiblesports.com and click on the Community Grant Program. Administrators register their organization with the program, then reach out to rally parents, coaches, and team supporters to log on and review either the Responsible Sports Parenting or Responsible Coaching Guide. Then complete the quiz and showcase your mastery of the concepts. Every successfully passed quiz is worth a point that you can credit to your favorite youth sports organization or school sports program. Connect with friends, family, and neighbors to rally more support. The teams and schools with the most points at the end of the grant period win. It's that simple. Watch the leaderboard throughout the grant season, then rally more of your supporters to increase your totals. Liberty Mutual is committed to celebrating and championing youth sports and to financially supporting organizations that demonstrate their commitment to responsible sports. Join the movement and start earning points toward your community grant.
Let's go back to the opening ceremonies now at this year's Pan American Championships. FILA President Rafael Martinetti made a special presentation to 4 of America's leaders in our sport. Keeping with tradition at events like this, FILA recognizes individuals from the host nation. The highest honor given by FILA is the Gold Star. FILA also awards silver and bronze stars to deserving individuals. Gold stars were awarded to longtime USA Wrestling and FILA medical leader Dr. Bernie Feldman, as well as to USA Wrestling National Events Director Pete Isaias. Silver stars were also presented to legendary wrestling announcer Sandy Stevens, who has announced the Olympic Games and other major international events, as well as USA Wrestling events. National Events Coordinator for USA Wrestling Tiffany Clark, Events Director for the Pan Am Championships, also received an honor. USA Wrestling honoree Sandy Stevens and Dr. Bernie Feldman talked about this significant recognition.
I feel so honored to receive this from FILA and to receive this recognition because I've announced these awards before for other people, and it's amazing. It really is.
Bernie, it was what, 4 years ago you got a silver. Was it at an event here?
At this event, this same event in 2008. Pete Isaias came up to me about an hour before the finals and said, I don't know if anybody's informed you of this or not, but we're going to upgrade your silver star to a gold star tonight. I said, you got to be kidding me. So I was just overwhelmed.
This week, the U.S. Olympic Committee announced that two-time Olympic wrestling champion John Smith was selected as a finalist for the U.S. Olympic Hall of Fame in the individual category. Smith claimed gold medals at the 88 and 92 Olympic Games and won 4 world gold medals in 87, 89, 1990, and 1991. His 6 straight world-level titles compares with the greatest wrestlers in history, regardless of nation. John won 2 Pan American Games titles, 2 Goodwill Game titles, and a World Cup gold medal. Smith won most of the major awards in amateur athletics, including the James E. Sullivan Award, the USOC Sportsman of the Year Award, and the World Trophy. He was FILA Wrestler of the Year in 1991 and won the 1990 FILA Master of Technique Award. He's a member of the FILA International Hall of Fame and the U.S. National Wrestling Hall of Fame as well. Smith was co-head coach for the 2000 U.S. Olympic team, which competed in Sydney. The U.S. won 4 individual medals there, including a gold medal from the talented one, Brandon Slay. Smith is the only wrestler among the 18 finalists this year. At this point, there are only 2 wrestlers in the U.S. Olympic Hall of Fame, Dan Gable and Bruce Baumgartner. More are deserving for sure. Consider the facts. USA wrestlers have won 46 Olympic gold medals and over 120 Olympic medals all told. The U.S. Olympic Hall of Fame should be full of wrestling heroes. Fans, you can go online and vote for John Smith once a day from now until April 9th. Make a difference. We encourage you to help John Smith make the Hall of Fame by voting for him every day. Will you? Vote for John Smith for the U.S. Olympic Hall of Fame simply by visiting halloffamevoting.teamusa.org. Well, the first of the 2012 College National Wrestling Championships were held this last weekend. The NJCAA Junior College National Championships were hosted in Rochester, Minnesota. Special thanks go to the NJCAA and iHigh.com for providing video highlights of the finals. It was a great weekend for Labette Community College from Kansas, which had 2 individual champions and 9 All-Americans on the way to their national team title. In addition, Cardinal head coach Joe Renfro was selected, rightfully so, as the NJCAA Coach of the Year. The first Labette champion is a native of Oklahoma, freshman 157-pounder Devin Aguirre. Aguirre came back from a 5-0 deficit to defeat Justin Pencook of Gloucester by a 12-6 margin. Labette also won the next weight class when freshman Ethan Orr claimed the gold medal at 165 pounds. Orr, growing up in New Jersey, was in command from the start in his 4-0 victory over Chris Shimmick of Niagara. Placing 16.5 points behind Labette to place second, junior college powerhouse Iowa Central, which boasted 3 champions of their own and 7 All-Americans. The first Iowa Central champion was Missouri native Terrell Wilburn at 141 pounds. He defeated top-ranked Ethan Rayleigh of Lincoln in the finals. Wilburn led 3-0 after 2 periods, but piled up third-period points for an 11-3 victory. At the next weight, Iowa Central's Edwin Cooper came home with the title at 149 pounds. Cooper, who hails from Illinois, got his offense going as well, scoring takedowns in all 3 periods on the way to an 11-8 win over Mac Maldarelli of Nassau. While the third Iowa Central champion was Jawan Okoye at 174 pounds, and in a close final showdown, Okoye defeated Kyle Swedman of North Idaho 3-2 to claim his own national title. Lincoln College of Illinois finished third in the team standings, led by 1 national champ and 6 All-Americans there. Mike Johnson brought home the title at 197 pounds, scoring a clutch takedown in the closing seconds to defeat Zach Anderson of Labette in the finals there. 3-1 the end score. Defending national champion Clackamas of Oregon finished 4th in the team standings with no individual champions. Placing 5th was Nassau Community College of New York, the highest placing non-scholarship program in the event. In the finals, Anthony Abaddon of Nassau beat Brandon Wright of Iowa Central 7-4, claiming the national title at 33. Abaddon was an underdog as the number 1 seed, while Wright, he was ranked number 1. Jeff Vesta of Neosho was the 125-pound champion, stopping top-ranked Stephen Romero of Highline 3-2 in the finals. Now, we go to John McArdle's match of Middlesex. He won the title at 184 pounds, besting Austin Moorhead of Clackamas 9-8. It was the 2nd straight year that Moorhead was national runner-up. Curtis Blades of Harper won the title at heavyweight, a 6-5 victory for him over Trey Page of Labette. Fans, what do you say? Let's take a look at this year's NJCAA individual and team national champions on a roll. The state high school wrestling seasons continue to wind down with popular state wrestling championships around the country. Last week we had reports from Iowa, Colorado, and Nebraska. This week, USA Wrestling leader Billy Wood brings us coverage from the Idaho State High School Championships in Pocatello. Well, there's a saying within USA Wrestling that summer wrestlers make winter champions, and Idaho wrestlers made that perfectly clear. We report on Hayden Tuma, a sophomore from Centennial High School, who won his second straight state title in Class 5A, winning his finals with a big throw and a pin of Lewiston's Bryce Parsons at 132 pounds. Tuma was a member of the U.S. FILA Cadet Greco-Roman World Team last summer and was a finalist in both styles at last year's Cadet Nationals in Fargo, North Dakota. Senior Galen Edmo of the Highland High School won the heavyweight title for the second straight year in 5A, stopping Emilio Trovino of Bora in the final match. Edmo was an All-American in Greco-Roman at last year's Cadet Nationals in Fargo.
I'm representing Centennial High School.
Centennial High School, okay. They're out of Boise there?
Yep.
Aspirations for after high school? What are you thinking?
Probably trying to make the Cadet World Team again and then hoping to win the World Championships this year.
I've been doing pretty good. As a second-year cadet, I took third in Greco and seventh in freestyle. And last year, as a first-year junior, I took fourth in Greco.
Minico's David Borden, another wrestler who's very active with USA Wrestling, came through with an undefeated season and his second state title at 170 pounds in Class 4A when he defeated Kyle Jordan of Columbia in the final bout. Borden had won medals at USA Wrestling regional events and attended a future Olympian camp at the OTC.
I want to continue on. Don't know where yet. I've talked to the Naval Academy, hopefully wrestle for them. If not Navy, maybe Boise State, somewhere close to home. But definitely wrestling after this. I'm not done.
Ariel Groney of Mountain Home High became the first girl to win a medal in the history of Idaho State Championships. She finished a strong fourth at 106 pounds in Class 4A. Groney was excited about the opportunity to make history.
Most definitely. I plan on going to college with wrestling and hopefully maybe one day the Olympics.
Wow, those are big goals. That's great. All right, so now that your season's finished, what are you moving on into? What's your next?
Next sport would be track, and then freestyle is during that time too. So.
Just I strolled without a care, cause I'm going down the road to a brand new place, and I'll get there with a smile on my face, yeah, so lift me up, I'm moving on, singing and dancing while I play my song, yeah, I'm having a good time, keeping it going, come on, clap your hands, and won't you sing along, and now let's take it up high, give our dreams their wings to fly, gotta keep the fire burning, keep the hope alive, you gotta keep it turning.
Has been there. They've been the lifeblood of the sport. It's been a long time, and they've been at the top of the game every year, forever. And I'll tell you what, now that I think about it, maybe that's where I've gotten my inspiration, because you know, I always want to be in the top of my game in wrestling, and I think that's where ASICS is and wants to be as well.
Well, did you ever wonder what Team USA athletes do when they have to travel over long layovers or delays? Well, it's no surprise that athletes and coaches will usually find a way to get a workout in. Earlier this month, Freestyle Team USA had a layover in Miami, returning from competition in Cuba. Assistant National Coach Brandon Slay shot this video of some top wrestlers getting a workout on the famous shoreline of Miami. Drilling on their feet are NCAA champion and Freestyle Team USA member Dustin Kilgore with freestyle developmental athlete Tanner Hall, as well as NCAA champion and Freestyle Team USA member Trent Paulson. Freestyle developmental wrestler Destin McCauley joined in as well. Now, if you've never tried beach wrestling before, we invite you to give it a try. Our nation's best athletes do, and so should you. Well, the wrestling community received some great news last week when we've announced the addition of 2 more college wrestling programs. I said not 1, but 2. Life University in Marietta, Georgia announced that it would add a men's wrestling program. It expands the athletics program there on campus, along with wrestling, women's teams, and cross country and volleyball. Athletic Director John Barrett cited the strong wrestling tradition in Cobb County and the ability to serve the wrestlers within the state as reason for its creation. Lindenwood University in Belleville, which is located just inside Illinois, announced the addition of women's wrestling to its varsity program, increasing the number of sports to 23 in just less than 3 years with its athletics program. Well, the Lynx had significant success with men's wrestling, which was added this year, and had a strong opening season under Coach Paul Cullum. Well, USA Wrestling applauds these 2 universities for their vision, as well as their commitment to providing opportunities in the great sport of wrestling for both men and women. Well, it's time for our USA Wrestling Photo of the Week. These pictures are sent in by wrestling families and fans from around the country and are being considered for the photo contest page in USA Wrestler Magazine, as well as our USA Wrestling Facebook page. This week, our USA Wrestling Photo of the Week is taken by Judy Haddock, which depicts 11-year-old Cameron Haddock of the Southlake Dragons of Southlake, Texas, competing in the novice division of a recent event. You can have your photographs considered for USA Wrestling's photo contest simply by emailing them to Gary Abbott at gabbott@usawrestling.org. Well, wrestling fans, we appreciate you watching every week. For all of us at USA Wrestling, have a good one, everybody.